Hello, everyone, and welcome to At Dre's Table. My name is Dre, and I wanted to create a space where we could actually have some great conversations. It wasn't just going to be something about, oh, let me just talk about myself, but I'm 50 years old, and at 50, life took a little bit of a twist and a turn for me when something unexpected happened. I departed from a company I thought I was going to be at for a very long time. And that opened up an entire world of emotions of, okay, great. What are we going to do next? How are we going to do it? And where are we going to go? And where do I begin if I want to restart something? So instead of what some folks might say, oh, you're having a midlife crisis, I was like, no, I think life is going to begin at age 50 for me. So why am I doing this here? I love having these conversations. And one of the things that a bestie of mine, as soon as I say the word Booski, she'll know exactly who she is. We were just having an honest conversation, and also my friend Josh, about how do we share what we've gone through with all the different facets, all the different twists and turns, the ups, the downs, all of those things, right? I wanted to have a space where I could have a conversation. I can invite guests to come speak, and it's not just going to be about work. It's not just going to be about, oh, it's just this emotion and that emotion. And this is not a bitching session by any means of the imagination. However, what this will be is just sharing conversations around topics like burnout. Y'all, I've been working on this, okay? So I have a great list for 30-day strategy or 30 posts, so different conversations, but this one can be a little bit about sharing the conversations around burnout, healing, mindset, spiritual grounding. How does that even begin? Like when I got the news that I was going to be losing my role at that company, I will never mention the company because I'm not going to give anybody any power or anything. It was a whirlwind of emotions. I had a conversation with HR about what was going on a Tuesday, and on Friday they said, you know what? Um, we parted ways. So, and again, you go through this whirlwind of emotions, and it took me a little bit of time to identify the roller coaster effect. When you learn that you're going to lose your role of something that you love doing, you start to feel all the different types of emotions, right? You start to feel, well, how am I supposed to feel? Sometimes we're not even going to know what we feel, right? We don't get it, we don't know. But I had to allow myself to go through the motions. And I had great conversation with my therapist. Listen, therapy is fabulous, people. It's great to have somebody who gives you a different point of view, a different perspective. She says, do not try and pretend that it didn't happen because then you're denying yourself what the healing process would be, like, all the emotions and things like that. And then what did I do? I had beautiful friends. They said, you know what? They took us on a cruise. So the week after we were on a Virgin cruise, and it was exactly what I needed. I needed to just decompress. I needed to just laugh, have a good old time. In fact, my coffee mug is from Virgin. I love this little mug, by the way. So I'm drinking my latte as I speak with you, but I laughed. We just had a good old time. So when I came back home, if you haven't been on a Virgin Cruise, this is not sponsored. Just go on it. We had fun. It's not for everyone, but it was a lot of fun. Like I said, we laughed. Some of the best food I think I've ever had on seas that isn't a higher end cruise line. So it was just phenomenal and fun and festive. So by the time I came back home, I was ready to deal with all of those emotions and those things. So that's what we're going to start with. So this was just me, a little quick introduction, who I am, why I'm here, where we're going to go. But we're going to have different topics of conversations, the grief of losing a job, work-life balance. Does that even really exist these days? Probably not. A lot of the different techniques and tactics that I've used, from manifestation to using solfeggio frequencies in the evenings to help calm the mind, and not allowing myself to be on that constant roller coaster of emotions. That was the best part. So buckle up, Buttercup. It's going to be some fun conversations. Might shed a few tears here and there depending on who I bring on as guests. and what those conversations are going to be like. But just know that it's going to be very candid, very honest. Again, we'll never mention the company's names and stuff like that because why? It makes no difference. But what I'll leave you with is this. Sometimes when things happen to you, they're happening for you. So there's always, what is it? Redirection? Or I can't remember the phrase. Um, but anyway, once I think of it, it's redirection. Anyway, it was from EJ from K-pop Demon Hunters. But just know that a new beginning isn't as scary as you may think it is. Thankfully, I planned financially, so I'm okay. And let's go. Let's just have fun doing this and let's explore some topics. If there's anything in particular you wish to talk about, let me know. Let's have fun, and I'll see you on the next episode. So get ready, y'all. It's going down.